Hello, everybody. Emphasis on body. Dead bodies. Because no one alive is watching my videos. Welcome back to another FITP review, where we like to pour scalding hot water on my hand and see if it hurts. Breaking news. Ouch. And today's video is on the moon. That's right, we're switching gears. No more of this film review crap. This channel is now strictly dedicated to outer space, astronomy, astrology. Do you know your star sign? Where we like to look up in the sky and say, wow. Naturally, we've had many questions about the moon, because we know almost nothing about it. Some say it's just a big block of American cheese, thus explaining the US logo. I myself have always had more inquisitive questions, like why is it sometimes a croissant, but other times hamburger? And why does it only come out at night? Who's it hiding from? But most importantly, how did it get up there? Well, I don't know. I'm not a scientist. The movie Moon 2009 proposes it's made out of helium, so I guess it probably floated up there? Anyways, this video is on the 2009 Duncan Jones movie Moon 2009, featuring Sam Rockwell, and Kevin Spacey. Because if your movie is set in space, you're gonna need a pedo. You're gonna need all the credibility you can get. But before we get into the movie, how did we get to this movie?
1970, the year of the dog. Our story begins in Bromley, London, England, with David Bowie, 5 years before his Hitler arc, and 1 year before his infamous Hunky Dory album. He released something even more special. Ejaculate.
Lift off.
Into Mrs. Bowie. And precisely 9 months later, future Hollywood director Zoe Bowie was born. In the years that followed, the movie Moon was made and subsequently released.
Yeah, sometimes there's not going to be much production history. Anyways, little Zoe, or Duncan Jones as he prefers to be called, set out on making this film from practically nothing. And by God, after 30 days and 30 nights and $5 million, he did it. Moon 2009. A movie about self-worth, self-discovery, and self-ease. Starring Sam Rockwell as Sam Bell, the sole part of a one-man moon crew, tirelessly working moon day in and moon day out, to gather as much moon helium as humanly possible for the company Lunar Industries, who have provided him the unique opportunity of working 3 years on the moon for them, supplying Earth with endless clean energy for technology, agriculture, and clubbing. But for Sam Bell, it doesn't really matter, as it's just another job, one he's good at. And it's finally coming to an end, as shift change is in just 2 weeks, and he's just itching to get out.
Time to go home, you know what I mean?
To his wife and daughter, who eagerly awaited his return.
And I can't wait to see you. Okay, sweetheart.
However, his plans must unfortunately be placed on hold, as in a routine checkup he mistakenly confuses his daughter with moon mining equipment and passes out. Forcing the co-worker to clock in early. Meet the newest employee of Lunar Industries. Look familiar? He shouldn't, because he's a new employee, who, like the former ex-employee, has also been in an accident. But his was like a crash or something. Oh, I guess he also has the same shirt, name, and wife. But I mean, whose wife isn't seen other guys, am I right? I mean, my own wife goes on 2 to 3 dates a week. Honestly, it's refreshing to see an honest...
You tell me who that is!
Sam Bell.
Okay. He's a clone, and he's a clone, and they're all clones. Yeah, you got me. This is just a joke. So yeah, the Sams must go on a journey of self-discovery and overcome not only the moon, but also each other. Moon 2009. Originally, when I first saw this movie, I couldn't help but notice the high Rotten Tomatoes score. Yes, I too was once retarded. But nevertheless, I still ended up enjoying the film, astounded by not only the story, visuals, and directing, but also mesmerized by the acting. Because obviously, Sam Rockwell, who up at this point in time, I'm pretty sure had 4 to 5 Epic Bacon Hecarino Gold Awards on Reddit.
What I'm talking about.
But now as an adult, it was a lot harder, more difficult to find the value in this movie. Like I said, everything about it is solid, but it felt as though something were missing. A reason as to why it's so often, well, not forgotten, but not remembered either. A reason as to why it hasn't had that grip on culture. Sure, you'll see the occasional article that talks about how you should check it out, or how it was underrated because it's in space, and it's just really cool, okay?
Bro, it's like 2001, but it's got Sam Rockwell.
Which, yes, that's valid.
I'm talking.
However, for me, it really wasn't enough. And after a lot of brainstorming, heavy repping, and goon maxing, I think I figured it out. The answer. It's not underappreciated. It's under the wrong category. Because even though it's set in space on the moon and called Moon 2009, doesn't mean it's a space movie. No. Science fiction? Wrong. Fantasy? Suspense? What are we doing? No. This is a satire on an office space.
With every decision you make, is this good for the company?
Now, you may be thinking, but Flash, this makes no sense. How is this in any way a satire on the working class / the workplace environment? My job is here on Earth, not up there in the clouds, amongst the stars, or even the moon, dreaming. You are but a midwit fool. Take your buffoonery elsewhere. To which I, after a brief cry, would reply, incorrect. It is you who is the fool, one who cannot see with his own eyes the truth that is in front of his face. Listen, brother, you see, Lunar Industries is but a parable for the modern workplace. It may be 239,900 fortnights away, but it is as close as the chains on a four-wall dungeon. Because Lunar Industries, on paper, is the perfect company. Not only is it #1 in endless clean energy and our hearts, but also #1 in raking in the green. I'm talking, of course, money, and money. Helium-3 is the new electricity. How do I know? Well, see this guy right here, 15 milli. And how would I know the currency exchange rate for Helium-3 in the far future? Shut up and go away. Oh, and did I forget to mention they're giving one lucky soul an all-expense-paid trip to the moon? For not 1 month, not 2 months, but 3 entire years. And I'm not talking in some shit rundown La Quinta Inn-ass resort. No, I'm talking a state-of-the-art luxury condominium with your very own 365 square feet to lay back, relax, and enjoy your favorites from the 1940s. Not a people person, neither is our payroll department. That's why we'd love to take a moment to introduce our state-of-the-art, self-proficient artificial intelligence, G.E.R.T.Y, who will be your own and only personal support system. But not only that, we're also providing you with a 3-year supply of Bush's baked beans. Now you may be saying, but Flash, company man of Lunar Industries, I absolutely hate opening cans. It's such a hassle. And here at Lunar Industries, we not only care, but we listen. Which is why we'd like to take another moment and show you what our innovation department has been cooking up. Introducing our state-of-the-art, individually wrapped, opaque packaging with
The tear line.
allowing disabled and normal people alike to open your beans your way in one satisfyingly swift motion. Okay, yeah. Lunar Industries is technically a monopoly, but they're also environmentally friendly, people-friendly, and of course, above all, Earth-friendly. And you know why that is? Because they're on the fucking moon. The perfect legal workaround, you might say, literally above the Earth. OSHA standards and practices be damned. But you see, the gray moral legality isn't really the issue of this movie. No, it's the other thing that all companies sadly succumb to, and that's cutting corners. Because while OSHA's involvement begins and ends on Earth, laziness is everywhere.
Now there's an employee, Smithers. A smile on his lips and a song in his heart. Promote him.
And cost effective. At first, even an advantage. Yet slowly, it becomes the downfall of the entire corporation. Everything has a price, and Lunar Industries refuse to pay. I mean, for Christ's sake, they even cheaped out on AI. Yes. Ironically, K-Dog is the most realistic pick for a future frugal company to have voiced their AI. But come on, is this the Emoji Movie? And I mean, G.E.R.T.Y even takes part in the escape of Sam.
Password accepted.
because they forgot to program instructions to not show the clones their clones.
Doesn't that go against your programming or something?
Helping you is what I do.
Also, what's with the lack of sanitation? G.E.R.T.Y is covered in filth, coffee stains. And it's not just the hygiene. All the machines constantly malfunction. Workplace incidents are just waiting to happen. God. This one's literally been renamed to Judas. A hole is literally sliced in a tube with air or some substance coming out, and it's just a joke.
I don't know, meteorites.
There have been no meteorites, Sam.
Micrometeorites, maybe, I don't know.
But seriously, the problems that arise are extremely preventable through just an e-lesson on compliance training. But because the company just can't do that right now, it falls to pieces.
When I rise, bring it
I mean, they couldn't even make it 5 clones before they just figured it out. Even the suicide booth just has dust piling up. You're telling me a multi-billion-dollar company just didn't have it in the budget for a slightly higher suck mode? Get fucking real, okay? But luckily for them, they have the perfect employee. Sam Bell is an employee so nice that yes, you do need him twice, maybe even thrice, because he is the perfect employee. The employee next door, who needs no vacation time, has no way of getting home, and is literally living for the company.
You guys been to any good parties or anything?
Having every skill necessary to fix any issue, upkeeping the moon mining equipment with ease. And most importantly, he doesn't complain, because who's he gonna complain to, as the no phone policy is all moon encompassing. Exchanging the hyphen in work life with the number 4. Satisfied with the job he doesn't really care about, but he's good at it, and he's allegedly going home.
2 weeks to go, Sam.
2 weeks to go, buddy.
He is the perfect employee. A man content with being the working man, forfeiting goals and aspirations for the job and family. Although ideally, that's also expendable. Happily allowing ambition to be forgotten.
That's it. Over and out. Rock and roll. God bless America.
Every business wants undying loyalty, not a dying liability, which is what Sam Bell has unfortunately become. But fortunately for Sam, he's irreplaceable, which is why he is literally replaced with himself, as he finds out he's not the first, second, or even third clone, but the 4th, out of seemingly an endless supply.
Jesus Christ, there's so many of them.
Asking the question, does he even have a life, a soul? What makes him so unique? Does 3 years alive make him a real human being? I mean, even in dog years, that's just 21 meaningless moments in time. But this Sam Bell doesn't concern himself with such questions, preferring to instead ask the new Sam Bell if he knows how to play a good game of ping pong.
Come on, I'll teach you to help you relax.
Content in his newfound connection, even if it is just himself, because he doesn't know he's just another clone.
I'm not a clone.
In these few moments, he's still under the influence of the implanted memories. The memories of Sam Bell's past, not his own. But the new Sam Bell, Clone 5, isn't so content. Immediately becoming angry and knocking the inferior Sam around.
Little girl, man.
And even going as far as refusing a handshake, disgusted by this pathetic man he sees before him.
What are you looking at?
His future.
A new message has arrived from Earth.
Having the ability to see what he becomes in just 3 years of working this job. A loyal employee. Who, when faced with a disturbing turn of events, decides to continue watering his plants and playing with his little toys. Maybe a little cringe freak-out dance, but that's it. A man with no agency.
Tess would know. She would have told me.
Geppetto, wake up.
No curiosity.
Secret room.
A boomer.
You're the one who's lost your marbles.
But for the old Sam, it's actually even worse than that, because he comes to find out he's never even had a life.
What about Tess? What about Eve?
They are memory implants, Sam.
It's always been this. His entire existence is defined by a man who he thought he was, and he just fell in line with that. He himself has never had a daughter, and the love of his life, who he's been gooning to for the last 3 years, she's been dead for 9. A virgin, who's had several opportunities to see things in their true form, but it isn't until he watches himself literally kill himself time after time for this same job does he start to wake up and realize he's not the perfect employee.
Lunar Industries remains the #1 provider of clean energy worldwide due to the hard work of people like you.
But the perfect asset. someone or something owned by a company, happily allowing their life to flash before their eyes for the good of the business. But why should they care? They're only working a job, not their career, not their life.
What? Is that what you really think? Yeah, I've got a contract.
Quite frankly, you're the one taking advantage of the job, slacking off during work, barely even doing your job. Sure, allowing them some attention, but only sometimes, right? Because you have to, a little. I mean, they are providing you with income, food, benefits, and honestly, it's not that bad. Maybe you can work an extra shift, stay a little longer, help out. Besides, without you, the company dies. Sorry, that's not right. Without the company, you die. And for Sam Bell, that's not a possibility, but an absolute certainty. He is dying, and he will die. Not as Sam Bell, retired resident of planet Earth, but instead Sam Bell, Employee of the Year, 12 years running. Only realizing when it's too late. This little job, sure, it wasn't his career, but it was his life. Refusing to even try and go to Earth because it's over. He had his chance. It's someone else's turn. Deciding to instead allow the next generation of Sam to take the wheel. And in his final moments, the life that flashes in front of his eyes isn't his own, but hopefully instead someone who doesn't waste it. Sometimes we have jobs we don't really like, but we do them anyways because it works for us. But don't be mistaken.
He ain't going nowhere.
We work for them. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Recommend me any recommendations you have. I will watch mostly anything. I'd prefer it not suck. True taste is what we're looking for here, guys. Oh, and I almost forgot. M-O-O-N. That spells subscribe.